Good day, everyone, and welcome to our business plan presentation for Entrepreneurship 210. Our presentation today will be based on premium poultry processors, which was started by Vanessa Roach approximately 28 years ago. What started off as a small business can now grow and expand into a large processing plant able to provide employment and business opportunities all over the country. Market research has shown us that support from the government will allow us to meet our vision of providing approximately 30,000 live birds to the population per week. And despite new prospective technologies, we will be moving forward towards a more commercial setting while more than doubling our workforce. This expansion we hope to help the economy attain food security and business opportunities. Our company, Premium Poultry Processors, will be involved in both the rearing of live birds as well as processing meats for consumption. There are currently approximately 5 major poultry processing companies in Trinidad and Tobago. However, they are only able to supply approximately 60% of the poultry consumed locally. Evaluation of our business idea using Porter's 5 forces has shown that our business plan is highly attractive, given that there is a low threat of new entrants, low rivalry among firms, low bargaining power of buyers, low threat of substitutes, and low bargaining power of suppliers. A pestle analysis was also conducted on our business model to evaluate any threats and/or weaknesses that our business would be facing.
Good day, my name is Renee Scott and I'll be presenting the product description. The chicken from our poultry processing plant would be available in different forms, such as whole, in quarters, or cut for stew or curry. Also, if someone has a particular preference in how they would want it cut, such as deboned, that will also be available both wholesale and retail. The product will also be vacuum sealed for safety reasons and to limit the spread of bacteria such as Salmonella and E. coli. This is because the bacteria lives in the liquids and the blood of the chicken, and to prevent that, vacuum sealing is the best option in opposition to having it in a carton that is simply wrapped in plastic. All of our labeling will provide similar information such as price, safe handling, and storage instructions, as well as the expiration. The products could also be fresh or frozen depending on the customer's request, whether it's for a grocery or a restaurant. We will also take the proper steps such as copywriting, preserving our trade secrets, and getting legal counsel to ensure the protection of our brand and our company. Branded trucks will be used as a form of advertising, so anyone who is interested in our product can see and contact us and make the necessary arrangements. As with any company, expansion is always on our mind and the horizon, so we hope that soon different types of poultry will be available, such as turkey and duck, especially during Christmas seasons when they are in high demand. Eventually, other meat choices would become available, such as pork and lamb, and even beef, as they are also popular, and when we expand, we will have enough room and finances to accommodate it. Live layers will also be sold, which are chickens that are specifically bred to lay eggs, and we also hope to partner with our smaller farms who may need assistance in the country. As our owner and CEO has started from a small family business herself, we are very focused on helping other businesses expand as we expand.
Good day, everyone. My name is student nurse Vanessa Roach, and I'll be doing chapter 3 of the business plan, slides 12 to 16. Premium poultry processing plant is designed to serve many markets. Our focus is to provide the best quality product and services to both local and foreign markets. Therefore, based on research and numerous surveys done, to achieve our goals, our core target markets will be individuals and family, supermarkets, hotels, restaurants, caterers, fast food eateries, small retailers, and export market. Our market goals. Chicken is the most consumed meat in Trinidad and Tobago and around the world. In any business, the beginning of the week, Monday to Wednesday, are usually slow days, while the weekend are busier and will generate more income. It is estimated that an average family consumes chicken 3 to 4 times a week. Exportation may be challenged by fluctuation in the global market trends due to incidents such as weather and natural disasters. We are also aiming for a moderate market penetration within 6 months and the highest market penetration within a year. At the corner, there's a diagram of the average walk-in customers per week, and as you can see, Monday to Wednesday is usually slow, and as the week goes by, the numbers increases. Marketing techniques. All businesses use different marketing strategies to promote the growth of their business. We at Premium Poultry Processing Plant believe the best way to find new customers is promotion via word of mouth and sampling. Promotion via word of mouth attracts many customers. Satisfied customers can tell others how much they like our product and services and recommend them to us. By sampling, it gives the customer an idea of what they are purchasing and also what they are selling over to their customers. Creating awareness of the business via written and digital ads, for example, newspaper ads and banner, is also another marketing technique that can be used. Attractive and environmental friendly labeling with sufficient information is very important, especially for those who are health oriented and environmental oriented. Direct interaction with potential customer is another marketing technique which is very viable because it helps promote the business on spot and also get a feedback as to if the product needs any necessary changes. Profitability. The chicken industry is a profitable and global competitive industry. There is a constant increase in sales of chicken, therefore the market is viable. Domestic prices for chicken has remained stable while the prices of other meats, for example beef and pork, are steadily increasing. Our prices are average to other suppliers. However, our business will be profitable, and as the business expands, so will our profits. Based on research of other poultry processing plants, we have analyzed and compared all data gathered and made a reasonable and affordable price settings. The table below shows, on average, the prices and sales of premium poultry processing plant. It shows the estimated total weekly sales straight to the estimated sales for the year. I will now pass you on to my colleague who will continue the presentation with operational plan of the business.
My name is Lakshmi Sukhdev and I will be doing the operational plan of premium poultry processors. So the capital requirement needed for the pre-startup of the business will include utility bills such as water, TNT and internet, raw materials to get the job done, vehicles for transportation and delivery system, rent, insurances, promotions and sales. Some steps needed will be delivery to customers. On-time delivery is done. The drivers are very efficient and ready to work. Delivery is done every day to customers. Our credit policies, the store makes payment for the goods on the same day that they are delivered, as the suppliers ensure quality products and are willing to replace faulty products in a timely fashion. Our quality management control, which our general manager handles, who oversees all activities of the company, keeps record, and it is responsible for the purchases of stocks. The employees dedicated to delivering of quality services and provide to ensure customer satisfaction before and after all services. The service and maintenance, yes, service and maintenance are done every day, but our equipment are maintained every 6 months from the supplier. If by chance one of the piece of equipment malfunction at any point in time, the company ensures that a technician is deployed and the machine is to be fixed within 24 hours of the report. Now we have the process flow, which is structured how premium poultry processing operates. So we have our customer, then the customer places their order. We verify the customer to create a customer account. We forward the order, mostly we package the order. Then we arrange delivery, we deliver the goods, and the sale is conducted.
TTD. Now we can add it all up. So fixed assets plus working capital is the startup capital. Fixed assets, $1,994,200 plus the working capital, $4,234,800 will give us $6,229,000 TTD. Now, where are we going to get the funds from? We are looking at partnership contributions. So all 6 partners can put up $100,000 each, which will give us $600,000. We need investors as well. So if we can get about $3 million from the investors, that would be good. And the balance, which is $2,629,000, we'll have to get in a bank loan or from Netco. Now we are going to calculate the total working capital. We've listed some working capital expenses, we've calculated a monthly value, and then we've calculated an annual value because we need to cater for at least 1 year of the business being in operation. So we need to have that. Raw material for the business monthly will be 50,000, annually we'll need 600,000. Salaries 100,000, annually 1.2 million. Now, if you notice in the previous slide, the number of workers that are needed, it doesn't actually add up flush to 100,000 monthly. It's a bit more, but in the start of the operation of the business, when we start seeing how things are flowing, then we may actually, that figure may change. It can change based on how much people we really need. It's possible that it can be more, it can be less, based on the processes, the way that we structure certain things. So it is subject to change. The rent is not applicable monthly. We will have to pay this annually, and we're looking at $4,000 annually. Utilities like water, TNT, gas, and fuel, monthly, $20,000, annually, $240,000. Services like cleaning and maintenance, monthly, $20,000, annually, $240,000. Transportation, which is like delivery to customers and such, monthly, $20,000, annually, $240,000 again. Promotions, $20,000, annually, $240,000. Recruitment expenses, $25,000, annually, $300,000. Insurances, annually, $100,000, which gives us a monthly value of $8,333.33. Administration and communication, that includes telephone, stationery, internet, etc. Monthly is $30,000, annually $360,000. And also, finally, a security system for the premises, monthly $25,000. Now, that figure is actually for the initial cost of getting the security system. So we're looking at spending $25,000 on the security system, and afterwards we won't have to do anything monthly with it. Annually, we may spend overall about $5,000 in maintaining the system. So the working capital for 1 full year of business operations is $3,529,000. We're also adding 20% for unexpected costs that may come up, which is $705,800. So the new total is $4,234,800 TTD. Now we are going to look at calculating the financial requirements for the startup. How much money is needed to start the business? In order to calculate the startup cost for the business, we have to add fixed assets to working capital in order to get the startup capital. In this table you're seeing here, we are going to be looking at calculating the fixed assets. So we've listed different fixed assets and the costs attached. In the first one, land and building, you'll see $0 because we don't need to cater anything for that at this point in time. The land that we are using is being leased, and we'll cover that in the rent section. Building, we are going to need $500,000 for the construction of grout houses, poultry processing plants, storage facilities or warehouses, administrative office space, parking areas, and security booths. Equipment or machinery, we need various things that have a lot of high costs attached to them. The prices that we've noted here are for purchasing multiple items. So in terms of plucking machines, we're looking at about 15 to 20 plucking machines, stoves, knives, barrels, scales, cold storage, feed storage, eviscerating machines, the poultry slaughter machine, automatic poultry nipple. We need $100,000 for the purchase of furniture and office equipment, which will be used to put into the administrative spaces that we are catering for. We also need vehicles for transportation, at least 2 trucks and 3 panel vans at $300,000 and $200,000 each. When tallied up, the total fixed assets equal $1,994,200 TTD. Now we are going to look at the different types of risks that we can come across and mitigation strategies for these. The first is market risk. If the demand for the product or service being offered is low, then there is a high possibility that the business will not bring forth a profit right away or at all. If there is a change in the demand for this product or services, it can directly affect the profitability of the business. Going into a business where there is insufficient demand can be avoided by seeking feedback from potential customers, conducting a feasibility study where the market and industry is researched, and completing a market plan. Physical risks. Setting up physical infrastructure requires legal permissions from bodies like the local corporation and town and country planning division services. Unfortunately, it is difficult to establish an exact time frame that will be taken for acquiring these, and not knowing the time that will be taken to get the necessary approvals can delay other parts of the project, thereby delaying the estimated start date. It's also important to note that natural disasters, fire, and theft can occur anywhere at any time and can negatively impact the business should it happen. While we cannot control many of these external factors, we can prepare for it. One way to do so is to get insurance that can provide adequate coverage for the business. Competitive risks. When you are just starting out a business, you do not have a competitive advantage as yet, as you are yet to build your reputation. Customers are loyal to your competitors usually because that is who they are familiar with. Therefore, building a customer base can be difficult. Customers who patronize your competitors will be more likely to patronize you instead if they can get different advantages. Advantages that can include better price, location, service, parking availability, delivery, and quality of the good or service being provided. Competitive risk can be managed by figuring out what you can do better than your competitors and maintaining your leadership in that category. Technology and operational risk. It's a possibility that the equipment procured for the business operation can malfunction or not work in the way it's expected to. Accidents can happen on site that can damage the equipment being used, and the ever-changing technology can also become obsolete quickly. Malfunctioning or inoperable equipment can cause delays and less than desired final product. Poor organization of processes can cause bottlenecks. Inefficient placement of departments can impact the product and service, and to minimize these risks, it's important to have backup plans, business continuity plans for production, delivery, and suppliers. Financial risks. Without sufficient financing, it will be difficult to get this business off the ground. We need funds from investors and we may need to rely on loans from financial institutions. Investors will choose to invest in this business if they see that it will benefit them and give good returns. Financial institutions require a lot of documentation, and approval of a loan is based on many factors, some that might even be beyond our control. If a realistic cash flow projection is not produced and followed, then there is a possibility of running out of money. Managing finances is critical for ensuring the success of the business, both before it starts and during its operation. When funding is available, it is important to keep it for the future when it might really be needed. Just because it's not needed right away doesn't mean it should be declined. Cut back on costs, reduce wastages, and always look for ways to make the current operations better. People risks. When selecting employees, it's important to select persons who possess the required qualities that will be necessary for the job. If a job requires the person to possess certain skills or academic requirements, then they should, before entering into any employment agreement, have these requirements. If we place inadequate people in important job roles, it can lead to incomplete projects, missing deadlines, and accidents. Employing persons who are not willing to work hard will leave the job quickly. They will leave the job quickly, which can cause a high labor turnover. Employees must be adequately trained and motivated, and they should pass through a proper selection process to ensure that the best person is being selected. Legal and regulatory risks. If permission is not granted from the state, then the business may need to cease operation until they get the right privileges. Before getting into this line of business, all partners involved should learn enough about it and seek legal advice from the right attorneys. It will also be beneficial to seek advice from other persons already in this field.
Thank you for listening, and if you have any questions, feel free to email any of the group members.